Father, it is quiet now. The crowds have gone. The voices that called out to me today, the hands that reached for me, the eyes that searched mine for healing and for hope, they have all gone still, and it is just us now, as it has always been from before the foundation of the world. I come to you the way I always come to you, Father, not as one who has to convince you of anything, but as a son who simply wants to be near his Father before anything else is said tonight, before any request is made. Let me simply be here with you. Let me rest in you the way I have rested in you since before time began. Father, I thank you. I thank you for this day you gave me, for the people you placed in my path, for the ones who believed, and for the ones who still doubted, because even their doubt was an invitation for you to work. I thank you for the little children who ran to me without fear, for the sick who reached for the hem of my garment, for the sinners who wept at my feet, and for the friends who walked beside me, even when they did not fully understand where I was leading them. Every one of them is yours, Father. Every one of them was formed by your hands. Long before I ever spoke a word to them, I remember, Father, the day I came down. I remember leaving the glory that was mine with you before the world existed, the glory we shared in that place beyond time, where there was no suffering, no hunger, no tears. I did not come down because it was owed to me or because it was easy. I came because you so loved the world, and I was willing, I am willing, to be the way that love would reach it. I do not regret it, Father, even now, even knowing everything that is still ahead of me. I do not regret one moment of walking among them. But Father, I will not pretend with you, because you already see everything in me anyway. Tonight my heart is heavy. Tonight I feel the weight of what is coming pressing down on me, like a stone I cannot move. On my own, I know what waits ahead. I have seen it since before I ever took on flesh. The betrayal of a friend, the denial of another, the mockery, the crown pressed into my brow, the weight of a cross I will carry through the streets, while the same voices that once cried, Hosanna, cry out for my death instead. I feel it all tonight, Father, more than I have ever felt it. My soul is sorrowful, even to the point of death. And so, Father, if it is possible, if there is any other way this cup could pass from me, I ask you to take it from me. I am not ashamed to ask. You made me flesh, and this flesh feels fear the way any of your children feel fear. When they stand at the edge of suffering they cannot see the other side of. I ask you honestly, Father, because you have always wanted honesty from your children more than performance. But even as I ask, I say it with my whole heart. Not my will, but yours. Whatever it costs, whatever it takes, let your purpose be done in me and through me. I did not come to do my own will, but the will of the one who sent me. And that has not changed tonight, and it will not change tomorrow. Music. Father, I think of the ones you gave me. You know their names better than I could ever list them. But let me speak of them anyway, because my heart is full of them tonight. I think of the fishermen who left their nets the moment I called them, not knowing where the road would lead, only knowing that something in them recognized something in me. I think of the tax collector who left behind a table full of coin because he wanted a treasure that could not be stolen. I think of the ones who followed, not because they understood everything, but because they trusted that whatever I was carrying was worth carrying with me. Father, keep them. I am not asking you to take them out of the world, because the world still needs the light that will shine through them long after I am gone from their sight. I am asking you to protect them from the evil one, to guard their hearts when fear tries to scatter them, to remind them of every word I ever spoke to them when the days grow dark and they forget. Sanctify them in truth. Let your word be the ground they stand on when everything else shakes beneath their feet. Father, I pray also for the ones who are not with me yet, the ones who will hear about me from these very friends, the ones who will believe because of their testimony centuries from now, the ones who will never see my face but will still call me Lord. I pray for the ones sitting in rooms right now, watching a sunrise, whispering a prayer, wondering if anyone is listening. Father, I am listening. I've always been listening. Let them know that this love I carry was never only for the 12 who walked beside me. It was for every single soul who would ever call out your name in the dark and wonder if the light would come. Father, I ask that they would be one, the way you and I are one, not identical, not without disagreement, not without struggle, but one in love, one in purpose, one in the truth that binds them together, even when everything else in this world tries to divide them. Let the world see something in their unity that makes no earthly sense, something that can only be explained by you living in them the way you live in me. Let my love be the thread that holds them to one another. Even across generations they will never meet. Father, I think of the ones who are afraid tonight, not just my friends, but every soul who will ever feel what I am feeling right now. The mother sitting beside a hospital bed, the man staring at a bill he cannot pay, the child who does not understand why the house has gone quiet and cold, the one lying awake at 3 a.m, certain no one would notice if they disappeared. Father, I carry them too. I did not come only to carry my own cross. I came to carry theirs as well. Every sorrow, every shame, every burden too heavy for one person to hold. Let this be true for them tonight and for every night that follows. Whatever they cannot carry, I will carry for them. Father, I confess something to you, and I know you already know it, but I need to say it out loud. I am tired, not tired in the way sleep can fix, but tired in the deep places, tired from carrying the weight of a world that does not yet understand what love is costing me. I have wept over cities that would not listen. I have looked into eyes that saw my miracles and still walked away unmoved. I have loved people who used me only for what they could get and left the moment I ask something of them in return. And still, Father, I choose to love them, not because it is easy, but because you first loved me, and love was never meant to only flow one direction. Father, strengthen me for what is ahead. I know an angel may need to come and steady me, the way you have always sent strength when I needed it most. I know my friends may fall asleep tonight when I ask them to stay awake with me, and I know I will not hold that against them, because I remember what it is to be flesh, and flesh grows weary even when the spirit is willing. Father, when I feel most alone tonight, remind me that I am never truly alone, because you have never once looked away from me, not for a single moment, not even in the darkest hour that is coming. Father, I pray for the one who will betray me. I know his heart tonight better than he knows it himself. I do not pray this in anger. I pray it because even now, even knowing what his hands are about to do, I loved him the way I loved every one of the 12. If there is still a door open in his heart, let it not close completely. Let him know, even after everything, that the invitation was never withdrawn. I pray also for the one who will deny knowing me before this night is over. Do not let his failure become his ending. Let it become the very thing that teaches him how deep grace truly runs. When he weeps bitterly in the dark, be near him, Father, the way you have always been near the broken-hearted. Let this not be the last chapter of his story, but the very place where the truest chapter begins. Father, I pray for the soldiers who will come for me tonight, for the ones who will spit in me, for the ones who will drive nails through hands that only ever reached out to heal. I pray for them the way I will pray for them from the cross itself. Forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing. They see a criminal. They do not see the Lamb. They see a threat to be silenced. They do not see the shepherd laying his life down willingly for sheep who do not even know they are lost. Father, let mercy speak louder over their lives than judgment ever could. Father, I think about my mother tonight. I think about the years she carried me. Before I was ever born, the nights she must have wondered what kind of life she had said yes to when the angel came to her. I think about the way she has watched me grow, watched me walk into ministry, and will soon watch me walk toward a cross. No mother should have to watch what she is about to watch. Comfort her, Father. Let someone stand beside her when I cannot. Let her know, even through her tears, that this is not the end of the story, even though it will feel that way for 3 long days. Father, I do not ask you to spare me from suffering, because I know this suffering is the very door through which your love will reach every generation that follows. But I do ask you for this. Let my suffering mean something. Let it not be wasted. Let it become the very thing that tears the veil, that opens the way, that lets every person who ever felt too far from you suddenly find they were never as far as they believed. Let my wounds become the place where the whole world can finally touch the wounds of God and know they are not alone in their pain. Father, give me strength for tomorrow. Give me strength to carry the wood the way I have carried the weight of this.